Hi everyone, welcome back to the book Above Equal, Chapter 2, The Danger of Commitment. 6 centuries ago, Azuka was born in a small West African community. The name was Murago. He was the first male child of his father. Before he was born, his father, in one fateful afternoon, was at the village square sharing a keg of palm wine with his friends. While on it, one of his father's relatives came to the village square and, on sighting them, walked up to their spot of merriment and mockingly asked his father, "When will you produce a male child who will replace you when you are no more on earth?" Azuka's father's friend immediately hijacked the opportunity to ridicule him over his inability to produce a male child. They told him that the seed of maleness was not present in his loins, and that he could never bear a male child, notwithstanding how much he tried. While they were still on it, Azuka's fathers took offense and engaged them in a war of words. It was then he swore to shame them and make them take back their words. He withdrew himself from their presence. This was how Azuka's father, Otika, embarked on a journey that would change his life and that of his son, Azuka, forever. Hmm, interesting. The following day, Otika left his homestead for the house of the gods, where his friend Ajanu was the chief priest of the gods. On arrival, Ajanu praised his great hunting skill and asked him to remove his footwear so that the gods could feel his energy via his bare feet. Otika heartily did as instructed and was shown to a stool to sit on. Some rituals were performed, and the priest gave him kola nut and a mixture of drink to drink, which he drank. He sat down. The priest asked him why he had come. Otika replied he had 7 daughters, but no male child, and no sign of a male child, even though his wife was pregnant for the 8th child. That he would like to know if it would be a male child. The priest did some incantation and later told Otika it would be a male child. Out of gladness, he pleaded that he wanted his wife to deliver safely. Aw. The priest asked him what sacrifice he will bring to the gods if his wife delivers safely. Otika was a hunter. With his skill, he could kill animals that frighten other hunters. Then Otika told him that he would give his biggest kill, that he would look for animal, the size of which will be bigger than whatever he had killed before. Confident man. Then the priest told him to go, that his wish has been granted, and behold, months after, Otika's wife delivered a baby boy. Otika, needing to live out his vow to the gods, got his hunting tools and went into the forest. He crisscrossed the forest, but heard only the sound of birds. He climbed a tree for area view of some distance of the forest and saw an antelope, but that was not what he expected. He searched for 4 days, but unfortunately he couldn't find an animal big enough to measure up to his promise. On the 6th day, he went to the priest and begged him to consult the gods, that he would need more time. After some incantation, the priest laughed and said his wish was granted, but he should go home and dedicate his son to the gods so that the baby would be in a good health. Otika quickly went home, took his son, brought him to the priest, who dedicated the baby to the oracle. Some rituals were performed and a tribal mark was given to the baby. Meanwhile, Otika left and went back home. He was highly troubled. So he went out to a far village and asked where he could find a priest of the gods. Someone directed him to a place. However, he was approaching the shrine. The priest screamed out his name in a way that got him frightened and scared. The priest told him not to fear, that he was welcomed. Otika was still battling in his mind how the priest got to know his name when the priest asked him to state what he came for. Otika said he wanted to be lucky in his hunts. That for the past days he has not found any animal to kill. So the priest told him to go, that he will be lucky in his next kill. But he should thank him later. Otika left, and the next morning he went into the forest and saw an antelope, the size of which he has been searching for. He tracked the antelope, and with his skills, he finally killed the antelope. He was extremely glad. So he dragged the antelope to the part of the forest where other hunters camped. He sought for few hunters nearby to assist him bring it out. However, none of the hunters were strong enough to lend a helping hand, and it complied him to cut few palm fronds. Then he weaved the fronds in such a way that he could put the antelope on it, so he could drag it to the priest. He battled with this for hours and eventually got to the priest. He had promised the antelope. He went in and gave the priest the kill. After all, the ritual was done. Otika went home so tired. Wow, that was so exciting. That was a good read. Okay, we're going to stop here for now, and next time we get to know more about Otika, Asuka's father. And it gets interesting from here. There's so many examples, so many lessons that you can get from this book. It's not just a story, it's something else. So join me next time as I read Abobiko.